So I'm thinking of buying a car wash. Those were the words that were uttered to me by a good friend of mine who's in his 50s, considering the next step in his life. It's interesting, as we approach midlife and beyond midlife, it seems like we should be slowing down, or society, kind of assumes that we're going to slow down, but the opposite is taking shape right now. In fact, entrepreneurship is flourishing among midlifers and baby boomers. In fact, studies show that the most successful startups, the founders are an average age of 45. They're not 20, they're not 22, they're 45. And some interesting stats are coming out. In fact, more than half of America's small business owners are over 50 right now. Specifically, 33% of US small business owners are between 50 and 59. So they're either in that Gen X or early or late baby boomer stage. And so we are seeing entrepreneurship flourish among midlifers right now. And it's interesting, age actually predicts success, but in the opposite way that you would think. When you think of people like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, these technology founders were young when they started their businesses. And then the dot-com boom came and there were like 21-year-old founders. Well, let me tell you, those individuals were the outliers. They were the outliers because age predicts success. And we're seeing that as you develop your skills and your knowledge and experience, you're more positioned to be successful in business than any other time in your life. So this channel won't teach you how to start a car wash business. We are all about working remotely and finding jobs and businesses that will allow us the flexible life that we desire. So what type of business would you like to start, or that you are starting right now? Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to share 3 types of businesses that are ideal for you to start in the midlife or over 50 range. And we're going to break them down one by one. So the first type of business is what we call knowledge businesses. Knowledge businesses are basically entrepreneurial ventures that use your skills and your knowledge to start a business. So knowledge businesses don't typically have physical products. Knowledge businesses include such areas as coaching and consulting in your area of expertise, course creation, so creating online courses and coaching programs and online memberships. So if you look at what we do at Freelance University, we are a knowledge business. Yes, we're in the education space, but we do everything online. We don't have physical products, and we're leveraging our knowledge and the knowledge of our instructors to teach our students how to grow thriving freelance businesses. So I love knowledge businesses. I've been doing this type of business for the better part of 16 years. And there are great opportunities right now for you to launch a course, start a membership, start consulting in your area of expertise, get certified as a coach and start coaching in your area of passion. So there's incredible opportunities for those of you that want to leverage your many years of knowledge and experience to help others. So the second type of business that you can start after 50 is what we call a product business. So the product could be a digital product like we talked about, or it could be a physical product. So a digital product could be you're creating Kindle books, or you're creating a software product, or even, as I already said, a course. So there's a bit of an overlap with knowledge businesses. So those are digital products you could create, or you could create a physical product. Maybe you're an incredible cake maker. You could start a e-commerce business selling cakes online. You could be selling clothes or jewelry or, hair products. The list goes on and on. So have you ever thought of a particular product that you'd love to sell? Maybe you have an idea in mind that you think would do really well. So this is essentially what we call an e-commerce business, where you're selling a physical product or a digital product, but for the most part, it could be a physical product that you're selling online from the comfort of your own home. There's also what is known as drop ship businesses. That's where you don't actually create the product yourself. You source the product. Let's say it's t-shirts. you source the t-shirts and somebody else fulfills them and distributes them and ships them and does all of that good stuff. You handle the marketing and the customer support and all the orders, and then somebody else handles the shipping. So that's what we call drop ship businesses. Those would fall under the realm of a product business as well. So lots of options for you to consider in this space right now. The third type of business is a service-based business. All right, so that's right in our wheelhouse. We are all about freelancing. Freelancing is a service-based business. And so you could be offering services in podcast production, writing, virtual assistants, online project management. The list goes on and on. And in fact, we teach all of that over at our university at freelanceu.com. But a service-based business is very much in demand right now. In fact, companies more than ever are deferring from hiring in-house employees where they have to pay all the benefits and all the insurance and all those things, and they got to take up an office space, to contracting to freelancers to provide a service for them. And so the service-based industry is flourishing right now, and it's a very low-cost business to start. And so if you're interested in learning a skill or taking what you already know and packaging it into a freelance service you can offer, there's a space for you right now. So that's a great opportunity to consider. There's this old Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So you could have started a business many years ago, but the studies are showing that your most successful chance at starting a business will happen in your midlife. So remember, you've got incredible skills and knowledge and experience that you could package up into a knowledge business, into a product business, or into a freelancer or service-based business. So what business are you considering right now? So if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the subscribe button. We also have a very popular newsletter called Freelance After 50. You'll see the link to subscribe in our description below, and we'll see you next time.